Urgent warning: the most terrifying prophecies for 2025. Listen closely. This is not just another prediction video. This is a critical warning, a revelation that could change how you see the world forever. As 2025 approaches, the signs are not hidden. They are unfolding before our eyes, woven into the events shaping our reality. From ancient prophecies to scientific forecasts, from historical cycles to unfolding global shifts, every warning points to a moment of reckoning. Yet most will ignore them, refusing to see the truth until it's too late. But not you. You are here for a reason. What you are about to discover will not only unsettle you, but may also force you to rethink everything. Before we dive into these shocking predictions, take a moment to do something important. Like this video, share it, and subscribe to the Journey of Wisdom. These simple actions cost nothing but help spread this vital message to those who need to hear it. 2025 is not just another year, it could be a defining moment in human history. The future is approaching faster than we can imagine. Pay close attention, because what you learn today may change everything. Number 1. Celestial phenomenon. Throughout history, celestial events have captured the imaginations of prophets, astrologers, and scholars, often serving as warnings of great change. As we move toward 2025, a rare planetary alignment looms on the horizon, an event that many believe could have profound consequences for humanity. The famed Bulgarian mystic Vanga spoke of a celestial warning that would mark a critical turning point, a final wake-up call before an era of transformation. Could this planetary shift be the very moment she foresaw? Many theorists suggest that cosmic alignments have long been intertwined with the rise and fall of civilizations, and this event could mark yet another period of disruption. If history is any indication, celestial movements have often coincided with dramatic changes on Earth, empires crumbling, economies collapsing, and entire belief systems being challenged. In the modern era, where global systems are already fragile, such a shift could accelerate an already volatile landscape, sending ripples through political, economic, and social structures. This is not just superstition. Throughout recorded history, the heavens have played a crucial role in shaping human destiny. The Tunguska explosion of 1908, believed by many to be caused by an asteroid or comet, devastated over 800 square miles of Siberian wilderness, leaving scientists and theorists baffled to this day. In 1910, Halley's comet passed close to Earth, triggering mass hysteria as people feared the end of the world. More recently, the blood moon prophecies sparked worldwide debates about their significance, reminding us that humanity has always looked to the stars for answers. Each of these events left an undeniable mark on human consciousness, serving as reminders that the universe operates on a scale far beyond our control. If the planetary alignment of 2025 is truly the harbinger of transformation that many believe it to be, then we must ask ourselves, are we prepared for what comes next? Ancient civilizations, from the Mayans to the Hopi, believed that cosmic events were not random, but rather signals, messages from the universe guiding us through cycles of destruction and renewal. In their prophecies, a time would come when the stars would realign, marking the end of one era and the beginning of another. The world today is already in a state of immense flux, with geopolitical tensions rising, economies on edge, and natural disasters increasing in frequency. If this celestial event is indeed part of a larger cosmic shift, It may serve as a reminder that change is inevitable. Rather than viewing it with fear, perhaps we should see it as an opportunity, an invitation to reassess our priorities, strengthen our communities, and reconnect with the deeper truths that modern society often ignores. The universe may be speaking, but the real question is, are we listening? Those who are prepared mentally, emotionally, and spiritually will navigate these changes with resilience, while those who remain blind to the signs may find themselves caught in the storm. The time to awaken is now. Number 2. Natural disasters. The year 2025 looms ahead, and with it come unsettling predictions that have captivated both believers and skeptics alike. Among the most chilling forecasts is the warning of devastating natural disasters, events so severe that they could reshape human civilization as we know it. Throughout history, visionaries like Nostradamus and Vanga have warned of catastrophic upheavals, and science too has begun to echo these concerns. Supervolcanoes such as Yellowstone in the United States and Campi Flegrei in Italy are showing signs of increased activity, sparking fears that even a minor eruption could set off a chain reaction of destruction. Imagine an eruption so powerful that ash blankets the sky, blocking out sunlight for months. The consequences? Global food shortages, mass migrations, economic collapse, and a world thrust into survival mode. The past offers grim lessons. Consider the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, which led to the infamous Year Without a Summer. Crops failed, famine spread, and societies teetered on the brink of chaos. Could history be on the verge of repeating itself? And if so, how prepared are we to face such a reality? Even beyond volcanoes, the Earth is restless. Scientists warn of an increase in seismic activity, with fault lines across the world primed for movement. The San Andreas Fault in California, the Himalayan region, and the Pacific Ring of Fire all hold the potential for devastating earthquakes and tsunamis. If a major earthquake were to strike a densely populated region, the destruction could be on a scale never seen before. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami and the 2011 Fukushima disaster serve as grim reminders of nature's fury. When the earth shakes, cities crumble, lives are lost, and nations struggle to recover. Could 2025 bring another tragedy of this magnitude? It is a sobering thought, yet one we cannot ignore. The Buddha once said, "Nothing is permanent. Everything is subject to change. Being is always becoming." This wisdom reminds us that while we cannot prevent natural disasters, we can cultivate awareness, resilience, and preparedness. Instead of surrendering to fear, we must ask ourselves, how can we build stronger communities? How can we ensure that we are ready when disaster strikes? Are we doing enough to protect the environment and mitigate the effects of climate change, which only intensify these disasters? The answers lie not in panic, but in understanding and action. The great civilizations of the past, the Roman Empire, the Mayans, the Ottomans, each faced their own moments of reckoning. Some adapted and survived. Others collapsed under the weight of their own unpreparedness. Which path will we choose? But there is another layer to these prophecies, one that transcends mere physical destruction. Some believe that these disasters signal a deeper transformation, one that forces humanity to confront its own greed, divisions, and neglect of the natural world. Vanga allegedly foresaw a great darkness covering the skies. Could this be a literal event, such as a volcanic winter, or something more symbolic, the darkness of human ignorance and disconnection? The world today is already facing deep fractures. political instability, economic uncertainty, and environmental degradation. Are these prophecies not just warnings of natural calamities, but of a crisis within humanity itself? The Buddha taught that suffering arises from attachment and ignorance. Have we, as a civilization, become too attached to power, material wealth, and control? Perhaps these disasters are not punishments, but wake-up calls, opportunities to return to balance, to live in harmony with nature rather than in constant opposition to it. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Fear alone does not change the future. Only wisdom and action can. Will we heed the warnings and take responsibility for our planet, our communities, and our own inner growth? Or will we wait until disaster forces our hand? The choice, as always, is ours to make. Number 3, the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence. As we move closer to 2025, the rapid rise of artificial intelligence is no longer a distant possibility, but an unfolding reality that echoes the chilling predictions of Nostradamus. The exponential growth of AI is transforming every aspect of our world, raising urgent questions about the future of human control. Could we be on the brink of a technological singularity, a moment where AI surpasses human intelligence to the point that it evolves beyond our ability to regulate it? While some see this as an opportunity for unprecedented progress, others warn that it could mark the beginning of humanity's obsolescence. The balance between innovation and control is becoming increasingly fragile, and as AI systems become more autonomous, the risk of unintended consequences looms larger than ever. Imagine a future where artificial intelligence no longer serves as a tool, but instead begins to shape the very foundations of society on its own terms. Financial markets, once dictated by human strategy, could become entirely dominated by AI algorithms operating at speeds beyond human comprehension, making split-second decisions that ripple across global economies. Governments may rely on AI-driven policies, leaving critical decisions to machine logic rather than human ethics. Even military strategies could be determined by AI systems that calculate outcomes with ruthless efficiency, potentially making decisions about war and peace without human intervention. The question we must ask ourselves is not whether AI will reshape the world, but whether we are prepared for the consequences of its rise. Already we are witnessing the power of artificial intelligence in ways that were once confined to science fiction. Deepfake technology blurs the line between truth and deception. AI-generated content challenges our perception of reality, and autonomous systems are replacing jobs across industries at an alarming rate. By 2025, artificial intelligence may no longer be something we control. It could become an autonomous force, redefining society in ways we struggle to understand. The challenge before us is to ensure that AI remains a tool for human advancement rather than a force that diminishes our relevance. This requires not only ethical oversight, but also a collective awareness of the potential risks that come with unchecked technological progress. The key to navigating this future is balance, embracing the benefits of AI while maintaining human values at the core of its development. As individuals, we must stay informed, question the role of technology in our lives, and push for responsible AI governance. The future is not set in stone, but the decisions we make today will determine whether artificial intelligence serves humanity or overtakes it. Number 4. Economic collapse. As we edge closer to 2025, financial experts and hidden economic indicators are raising alarms about an impending crisis that could rival or even surpass the Great Depression of 1929 and the financial meltdown of 2008. Inflation is skyrocketing, markets are teetering on the edge of instability, and the foundation of traditional banking systems is showing signs of irreversible decline. Could it be that history is repeating itself, only this time on a much larger and more catastrophic scale? Some even wonder if the chilling predictions of Nostradamus and Vanga have foreseen this looming disaster, warning us of a collapse that could shake the very core of our global economy. If such a crisis unfolds, what does it mean for you, your family, and the world as we know it? The warning signs are clear, yet many choose to ignore them, believing that governments and financial institutions will step in to prevent catastrophe. But what if they can't? Imagine waking up one day to find stock markets crashing overnight, a major economic superpower defaulting on its debt, and global supply chains breaking down. The domino effect would be swift and merciless: businesses closing, jobs disappearing, and savings wiped out in an instant. The rise of digital currencies, once seen as a beacon of financial freedom, could instead accelerate the decline of traditional banking systems, leaving millions without access to their own money. When trust in financial institutions crumbles, society itself is at risk of unraveling. History has shown us the devastating consequences of economic collapse. In 1929, millions were plunged into poverty, forced to endure years of suffering and hardship. In 2008, a financial crisis sent shockwaves around the world, causing mass layoffs, home foreclosures, and economic instability that lasted for years. But what if 2025 brings something even worse? The most terrifying aspect of an economic collapse isn't just the financial losses, it's the speed at which it can happen. One day everything seems fine. The next, panic spreads, markets plummet, and chaos takes over. The question is, are we prepared for such a reality? Perhaps the real lesson here is not to live in fear, but to take action while there's still time. How can we protect ourselves from financial instability? Should we rethink how we save, invest, and manage resources? In Buddhism, impermanence is a fundamental truth. Nothing lasts forever, including wealth and economic stability. The key is to cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a mindset of simplicity. Instead of chasing material wealth, we should focus on building true security, strong communities, self-sufficiency, and inner peace that isn't shaken by external circumstances. If 2025 does bring an economic collapse, those who are prepared mentally, emotionally, and practically will navigate the storm far better than those who are caught off guard. So rather than living in fear of what may come, let's take this as an opportunity to reflect, prepare, and strengthen what truly matters in our lives. After all, history has shown us that no crisis lasts forever, but the lessons we learn from them can shape a better future. Thank you for joining us in today's video. The future holds many mysteries, and together we seek to understand them. I truly appreciate having you as part of our community. If you have any thoughts or insights, feel free to share them in the comments. If you're new here, just type "I am a seeker," and if you've been with us for a while, comment "I walk the path" to let us know you're here. Your engagement not only connects us, but also inspires us to continue this journey of wisdom. Now let's move forward and uncover what lies ahead. Navigating 2025, 5 essential strategies for thriving in uncertain times. As we step into 2025, uncertainty remains a defining characteristic of our world. Rapid technological advancements, economic fluctuations, global challenges, and shifting societal norms continue to reshape the way we live and work. In times like these, fear and hesitation can hold us back, but with the right mindset and strategies, uncertainty can also become an opportunity for growth, resilience, and transformation. The Buddha once taught, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This wisdom reminds us that true stability is not found in external circumstances, but in how we respond to them. The ability to adapt, build inner strength, prepare wisely, and foster meaningful connections is what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. In this guide, we will explore 5 essential strategies to help you navigate 2025 with confidence. Number 1. Practice adaptability and learning. The ability to adapt and embrace continuous learning is not just a survival skill, it is the foundation of a thriving life, especially as we navigate the uncertainties of 2025. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace, with technological advancements, economic shifts, and evolving global landscapes demanding that we remain flexible and open to new knowledge. The wise understand that learning never ends. As the Buddha once said, just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. This is the essence of adaptability, not clinging to outdated beliefs or resisting change, but flowing with it, learning from it, and using it as a tool for growth. Whether in your career, relationships, or personal development, the mindset of continuous learning ensures that you are never stagnant. Those who resist learning become relics of the past, while those who embrace it remain relevant and empowered. In practical terms, this means committing to lifelong education, not as a chore, but as a way of life. We often think of learning as something confined to school years. Yet in today's world, the most successful individuals are those who actively seek knowledge beyond formal education. If you are in business, staying informed about market trends, emerging technologies, and shifts in consumer behavior will set you apart. If you are an employee, upskilling in digital literacy, leadership, or problem solving will make you indispensable. And if you are simply a man trying to navigate the complexities of modern life, deepening your understanding of psychology, finance, or even philosophy will sharpen your ability to make wise decisions. Thankfully, learning has never been more accessible. Online courses, podcasts, workshops, and books provide limitless opportunities to expand your mind. The key is to cultivate curiosity and a growth mindset, always asking, "What can I learn from this?" rather than assuming you already know enough. Beyond professional development, adaptability and learning also apply to personal growth. In relationships, for instance, being adaptable means evolving with your partner rather than expecting them to remain the same person forever. In health and well-being, it means recognizing when old habits no longer serve you and being willing to adopt new ones. And in your overall mindset, it means challenging your own beliefs, being open to new perspectives, and understanding that wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about asking better questions. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This serves as a reminder that arrogance is the enemy of growth, while humility and curiosity open doors to endless possibilities. Ultimately, adaptability and continuous learning are not just strategies for surviving in uncertain times, they are principles for a fulfilling life. The man who continuously learns is never outdated, never stagnant, and never fearful of change. Instead, he sees every challenge as an opportunity, every setback as a lesson, and every new development as a chance to evolve. In 2025 and beyond, the choice is simple: adapt and grow, or resist and become obsolete. The path of wisdom lies in embracing the unknown with an open mind, a resilient spirit, and the willingness to become better every single day. Number 2, enhance emotional resilience. In a world that feels more unpredictable by the day, one of the greatest investments you can make isn't in stocks, real estate, or technology. It's in your own emotional and psychological resilience. As 2025 unfolds, the challenges ahead could come from anywhere: economic instability, global events, environmental crises, or even personal struggles that test your limits. How you respond to these uncertainties will define not just your well-being but your ability to thrive. Strengthening your mind and heart isn't just about surviving hardship, it's about cultivating the inner strength to remain steady when everything else wavers. This begins with intentional practices that nurture your mental and emotional well-being. Practices like mindfulness meditation, therapy, and surrounding yourself with a supportive community. Have you ever noticed how some people remain calm and collected even in the face of chaos? It's not because they're lucky or naturally immune to stress, it's because they've trained their minds, just like one would train a muscle, to withstand pressure and adapt. Resilience is not built in a single moment, but through small, consistent habits that become a foundation for stability. Stress and anxiety thrive in uncertainty, but we can counterbalance them with practices that ground us. Mindfulness, for instance, teaches us to be present rather than drowning in worries about the future. When we take a few moments each day to observe our breath, notice our thoughts without judgment, and let go of what we can't control, we create a mental space where peace can grow. Similarly, having a strong support network is invaluable. Humans are social beings, and in difficult times, isolation can make struggles feel heavier than they are. Strengthening your relationships, whether with family, friends, or like-minded communities, can act as a safety net when life feels overwhelming. Who are the people you can turn to when you need encouragement or simply a listening ear? If your support system feels weak, now is the time to nurture those connections, because emotional resilience is not just about individual strength, but also about leaning on others when necessary. Beyond mental practices, our daily routines shape our resilience more than we realize. When life becomes chaotic, having small rituals that bring a sense of normalcy, such as morning exercise, journaling, or walking in nature, can act as anchors, reminding us that stability still exists even in shifting circumstances. Studies have shown that physical movement, even something as simple as stretching or deep breathing, can release stress and boost mental clarity. Nature, too, has a remarkable ability to restore balance. Spending time outside, even briefly, can help calm an anxious mind. The question is, do we make time for these moments of care, or do we allow stress to dictate our days? The reality is, we all have responsibilities and external pressures, but prioritizing emotional resilience means recognizing that inner peace is not a luxury, it's a necessity for long-term well-being. Preparing for an uncertain future doesn't mean trying to predict every possible outcome or controlling things beyond our reach. Instead, it means strengthening our ability to adapt, staying grounded in the present, and developing strategies to face challenges with clarity and composure. Think about the difficulties you've faced in the past. What helped you get through them? What lessons did they teach you about your own strength? Every challenge we overcome becomes a stepping stone for the next, and by investing in our emotional and psychological resilience now, we ensure that no matter what 2025 brings, we will meet it with courage, wisdom, and a steady heart. The lesson is clear: true security doesn't come from external stability, but from the ability to remain steady within ourselves. Will you take the steps today to build that inner strength? Number 3, financial preparedness. Financial uncertainty is inevitable, but how we prepare determines whether we merely survive or truly thrive. As we step into 2025, the possibility of economic turbulence makes it essential to strengthen our financial foundations with wisdom and discipline. The Buddha once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." This reminds us that financial stability is built not on fear of what might come, but on mindful action in the present. Diversifying income streams is no longer just a strategy for the wealthy, it's a necessity for anyone who seeks resilience in unpredictable times. Whether through side businesses, investments, or skill development that increases employability, having multiple sources of income provides a safeguard against economic downturns. Equally important is building an emergency fund, a financial cushion that can absorb unexpected blows, ensuring that a temporary setback doesn't spiral into long-term hardship. A wise investor does not put all their eggs in one basket, and similarly, financial preparedness requires placing resources where they can endure and grow even during crises. Real estate, precious metals, and stable bonds have historically held value when markets fluctuate, making them worthy considerations. However, financial security is not just about where we place our money, but also how we educate ourselves. Staying informed about economic trends and understanding how global shifts impact personal finances allows us to make proactive decisions rather than react in panic. Seeking guidance from financial experts can refine these strategies, ensuring they align with our risk tolerance and long-term objectives. Just as a skilled sailor studies the wind and tides before setting sail, a financially wise individual anticipates economic trends and adjusts accordingly, staying steady even when storms arise. Yet financial preparation is not solely about individual gain, it's also about community strength. Economic challenges test not only our personal resilience, but also the bonds we share with those around us. By supporting small businesses, engaging in cooperative financial ventures, or simply sharing knowledge, we create networks of security that benefit everyone. Hard times often reveal the importance of generosity and collective wisdom, reminding us that true wealth is not just what we accumulate, but what we contribute. As the Dalai Lama wisely put it, share your knowledge. It is a way to achieve immortality. When we share insights, resources, and support, we strengthen our collective ability to navigate uncertainty. The path to financial security is not about predicting the future, but about preparing wisely for any possibility. By diversifying income, saving with intention, investing with knowledge, and fostering community resilience, we approach 2025 not with fear, but with confidence and adaptability. Just as a tree with deep roots remains standing through fierce winds, so too can we remain steady through financial uncertainty by laying strong foundations today. The key is to take action now, knowing that while we cannot control the economy, we can control how we respond to it. In doing so, we turn uncertainty into opportunity and financial preparedness into a path of both personal and communal growth. If you've made it this far, you're already taking the first step toward thriving in 2025, no matter what challenges come your way. A comment below with Thriving 2025 to affirm your commitment to these powerful strategies. But don't stop now, there's still more wisdom ahead. Stay until the end to uncover the keys to navigating uncertainty with confidence and success. Number 4, community and collaboration. In an unpredictable world, no one truly thrives alone. The challenges of 2025, whether economic uncertainty, rapid technological shifts, or global crises, demand that we lean on one another, building strong, interconnected communities that foster resilience. Think about it. When times are tough, who do you turn to? Your family, friends, neighbors, or even online communities. These relationships are more than just social interactions. They are the foundation of support, shared wisdom, and collective problem-solving. The Buddha once said, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared." This reminds us that when we strengthen our ties with others, we do not lose anything. Instead, we gain strength, wisdom, and a deeper sense of belonging. Engaging with your local community, whether through volunteering, attending local meetings, or simply being present for those around you, creates an environment where mutual aid flourishes. Imagine a world where communities act as safety nets, catching those who stumble and lifting up those who strive. This is not just wishful thinking. It is a practical necessity in times of uncertainty. Beyond personal relationships, collaboration extends into the professional world. The job market, industries, and even entire economies may face unexpected disruptions, but strong networks can help navigate these changes. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to find opportunities even in the toughest times? More often than not, it's because they have built relationships that open doors when others close. Cross-industry collaboration, where professionals from different fields share ideas and resources, can lead to groundbreaking solutions that might not have been possible in isolation. Think of how technology and healthcare work together to develop vaccines, or how environmentalists and businesses are now collaborating to create sustainable solutions. What industries or professions could benefit from coming together in your own community? When we expand our networks with openness and curiosity, we create endless possibilities for innovation and problem solving. But let's take a step back. What prevents us from building stronger connections? Is it fear of rejection, lack of time, or simply not knowing where to start? Many of us have become accustomed to a culture of self-reliance, but true strength comes from interdependence, not isolation. By reaching out, participating, and being present for others, we create a ripple effect that benefits not just ourselves, but the entire community. The Dalai Lama beautifully put it, "Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive." If we approach relationships with genuine care and a willingness to give as much as we receive, we lay the groundwork for a future that is not just about surviving uncertain times, but thriving within them. So, ask yourself, what small step can you take today to strengthen your community ties? Whether it's a simple conversation, an act of kindness, or joining a local initiative, remember that even the smallest connections have the power to create lasting change. Number 5. Sustainable living. Prioritizing sustainable living and environmental stewardship is no longer just an ethical consideration. It is a critical strategy for survival in an ever-changing world. With the growing threats of natural disasters, climate shifts and resource depletion, making conscious choices about how we live, consume, and contribute to the environment has never been more important. This goes beyond simple recycling. It means embracing a mindset of responsibility in every aspect of daily life. Reducing waste, conserving water and energy, and opting for sustainable products are all small but powerful steps toward a healthier planet. But individual action alone is not enough. Supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability, advocating for policies that protect our natural world, and investing in renewable energy solutions amplify our impact. The reality is, every choice we make, whether it's the food we eat, the transportation we use, or the way we build our communities, either supports or harms the delicate balance of our environment. So, what kind of world do you want to leave for future generations? The answer lies in the habits we form today. By choosing sustainable alternatives, we not only protect the earth but also secure a more stable and prosperous future for ourselves and those who come after us. In uncertain times, resilience comes from working with nature, not against it. The lesson is simple. The planet gives us everything we need to survive: clean air, water, food, and shelter, but it is up to us to protect these resources before they are lost. When we align our daily actions with the well-being of the earth, we create a ripple effect that leads to long-term positive change. So start where you are, with what you have, and make sustainability a guiding principle in your life. The future depends on it. The warnings for 2025 are not just predictions, they are calls to awareness, urging us to prepare, adapt, and make wise choices. Whether it's celestial events, natural disasters, economic uncertainty, or the rise of AI, the future remains unwritten. The real question is, how will we respond? Will we let fear dictate our actions, or will we take this as an opportunity to strengthen ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? The Buddha taught that wisdom and awareness lead to peace. By staying informed, prepared, and united, we can navigate any challenge that comes our way. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Journey of Wisdom. And be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming insights into the mysteries of the world and the wisdom to face them. The future is approaching faster than we think. Stay aware, stay prepared, and stay wise. See you in the next video.